So I don't know if you guys can tell of a different background, but I'm actually at my oldest daughter's house. She's working and grandpa and I are babysitting. So um, as you guys saw in the thumbnail, I do have a couple of special guests that'll be joining us here. Not at the same time, so one at a time. But if you are just now tuning in, welcome to another Tuesday Talks live stream. Unless I put a topic in the thumbnail or as part of the description, it's pretty much just an open forum. So I hope that you'll join and that you'll stay throughout the live because as I said, other than pretty much talking about anything, even though, the name of my channel is Gig Life and More, I do talk about a lot more stuff other than gig work. So you guys are probably going to be hearing some noise in the background. I might have to step away for a moment or two because, like I said, Grandpa and I are babysitting, and welcome, welcome. So, um, I know we do have a couple of guests that will be joining us, as I said. Hey, Sheila, and our first guest will be joining us here very shortly. I guess not too long after I know that they're here, and then we'll get started. But I hope everyone's having a good start to their work week. So uh-oh, uh-oh. Um, looks like I can hear it, but real low. How about now? Am I still having issues? Let me see. I really meant to, there I go again. I meant to do that before starting the live stream. Okay, so hopefully, hopefully this doesn't interrupt. Okay, all better now? You guys can hear me just fine? Like I said, oh man, it did it again. Are you guys still with me? Hey, Wendy. I'm hoping I don't have any more issues with audio or, visual. I'm connected to their Wi-Fi. So it keeps dropping. Man, I do apologize, y'all. This is the first time I'm actually doing a live stream from my daughter's house. So I have it parked right by the window. uh, but as of right now, you guys can see keeps doing that. It just keeps dropping. It shows on my end that it drops for a moment and then it says preview. I've never I've never had that issue, so I don't know what's going on. Um, okay, so I'm looking at it from my laptop now. Are you guys still with me?
every time it does. All right. So okay. It's not even showing that I'm live on my homepage. Um, it did it again. Man, I know every time it does it because the timer resets. It always resets every time. I know it glitched for a second. And I really, really hope, like I said, I've got the phone, my phone, right by the window. I'm connected to her Wi-Fi, and it even did it right before I. Uh, man, this is this is really strange because this is the first time. I mean, it's happened when we're driving around, and that's kind of a given that it's, reception might be going in and out, but I am in a military housing, and it is an old house. But that's the other reason why I connected to her Wi-Fi, so I wouldn't have any issues. But hopefully, for everybody that's now joining my live stream, welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining. And I do apologize if I'm having technical issues. It is something that's out of my control, and I hope that it's not something that's going to cause me to end the live, sooner than later. But here's hoping, here's hoping that we can do this without. If you're just now joining the live stream, as you just probably saw, I am having some technical issues. It goes out for a split second for about every minute or so. So again, I do apologize. Hey, Tornado, welcome. Um, but it's an open forum, so we definitely. Oh my goodness! It just did it again, and I noticed on the timer it happens every just over a minute. I'll notice that the timer goes just over a minute, and then it does that, that very split second glitch where I notice on my laptop that it freezes. For what? For you? Bear with me for, huh? Yeah. Give me hugs and kiss. Love you.
Love you too.
Good night, baby.
Good night.
Mila.
Night, Mila.
Love you. Love you, baby.
I didn't kiss you. Love you.
You just want to be on camera. Oh, you're not going to be on camera.
Hello.
Nope. Get back. To be on the camera. So good night.
Oh, no. You're not carrying me up.
Hey, thank you. You're in the middle of playing a game? Final Fantasy. Ah. Woohoo! Let's go, Tornado. And speaking, there we go. Speaking of him,
Yay, thank you
yay,
so
thank you
much.
so much.
Oh, I can
Welcome.
hear
Oh, I can
myself.
hear myself. Let me lower down my volume too.
I was trying to
I was
get
trying to
in.
get in.
I would like to
I
be
would like to be
precise.
precise.
You said
Yeah, I don't
7:10.
know.
So,
I don't know what's going on with mine. Um, with the issue. Like I said, it resets like at a minute 10, 15. So I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's just
we'll
really
see.
strange.
I'm on
I'm on
5G, so
5G, so well, maybe on your end it won't glitch. So we'll see. But welcome. I'm so glad you're able to join my Tuesday Talks live stream. And there it was. See?
you're
You're
fine.
fine.
You're
You're
fine.
fine. Just over a minute. It does it. I don't know what's going on.
It's all right.
But all right, so for you guys that are just now joining the live stream, the gentleman that you see here with me is Tornado Garden. So I'm just gonna turn it over to him so he can
Yeah.
tell us a little
You're gonna
about
turn it
himself.
over
Turn
to
it
me?
over to
What?
me.
I don't know what I'm gonna
I
do.
am.
Can you turn
Can
your
you turn
volume
your
down?
volume down?
I can hear myself
Mama Ranch
talk.
just mentioned that you're only 41 more subscribers to go to hit 500. So guys, gals, if you're not already subscribed to Tornado, make sure you guys go check out his channel. I believe his link will be popping up. Mama Ranch, if you wouldn't mind putting in his link to his channel. But if you guys aren't subscribed, make sure you go and check out his channel. But tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. So
All
the
right, so the
tornado garden
tornado
is the
garden
thing I
is the
always
thing I
get
always get
asked about.
asked about.
Melissa, can you
Melissa, can you
turn your volume
turn your
down?
volume down?
Like I can
I
hear
can hear
myself talk.
myself talk.
It's a little better.
Is that better?
Yeah. I mean, I could take the headset out, but then I'm gonna have to yell. But if you want
If
to
you
see
want to
more,
see more,
the
the
best thing to look up
best
is
thing to look up
Tornado
is
Garden
Tornado Garden
Hattiesburg,
Hattiesburg,
2013. I took
2013. I
a
took a
truckloads of tornado debris
tornado
that was
debris that was
destined to go
destined
to
to
the
go to
dump,
the dump,
and we did a
and we did a
sustainable
sustainable
vegetable
vegetable
garden
garden
in my
in
front
my
yard.
front yard.
So,
So,
and then I've
and then I've
also helped
also
with
helped with
Mobile Loaves and
Mobile Loaves and
Fishes. You've
Fishes.
probably
You've
heard of
probably
it
heard of it
in Austin,
in Austin,
Texas.
Texas.
It's called
It's
Community
called
One, and
Community
it's
One,
the
and it's
tiny
the
houses
tiny
for the
houses for
homeless.
the
That's who
homeless. That's
these.
who these.
That's who this
Who
is.
this is.
And I've been going there
I've
for
been
like
going there for
15
like
years. We
15 years. We
volunteer and
volunteer and
train people
train
to
people to
weld, build
build
houses,
houses,
and
and
they also do permaculture gardening on
gardening
site.
on
So I've
site.
helped
So
with
I've
that
helped with
every
that
every
every
year for about 15 years. So, but it's really grown. So you guys check that out too. And you can see the tornado garden if you search Tornado Garden Hattiesburg. Thank you, Mama Wrench, for putting up my link. So, but
So,
yeah, a
but
lot
yeah, a
of
lot of
my
my
content is
content
electric
is
bike
electric
stuff. I
bike stuff. I
do deliveries, Uber Eats on an electric bike and a hybrid car.
hybrid car.
So
So
that's kind of how I ended
how
up
I
in this
ended up in
group.
this group.
But
But
presently, my
presently, my
bicycle is on
bicycle is on
lockdown
lockdown
from Uber Eats for
from Uber Eats
going
for
too
going too
fast.
fast. Oh
So
no!
I modified it slightly, and they contacted me and they said that's not a bicycle. So, and it is technically, I guess, a moped. It has
It has
pedals and
pedals
a motor,
and a motor,
so
so
it does qualify as a moped. So, but I also have
I
some
also have some
gaming that's up.
gaming that's up.
Nobody wants
Nobody
to watch
wants to watch
a grown
a
man
grown man
game.
game.
But when I do
But
get
when
to
I
my
do get to my
500 subs, if
500
you want to
subs,
help
if you want to
out, you
help
can
out,
just
you can
click
just
on
click
my
on my
gaming one. It's like 8 hours worth of stuff. So I'll be streaming that when I get to my uh, 500 subs. And I noticed
And I
you're at
noticed you're at
600.
600.
And Miss Grind and Fitness, she's real close too. So we just push it through. And yeah, it's just been a real fun group. everybody in the Discord and supporting each other. And just, oh, I did want to say, make sure to like and subscribe to me, or Roy says he's going to quit YouTube. So make sure to like and subscribe if you want to keep him around. But anyway, yeah, I've been watching a lot of the different YouTubers. The first one I caught was Devious Dasher. He's in like Yakima, Seattle area, and he's the late night guy. And then Chuck's one of my regular watches. And then almost everybody in here, I watch your stuff, Mary's stuff, and Sheila's stuff. And yeah, whenever you get to your markers, I will definitely help you with your watch hours. Oh, thank you, Mama. There's my Tornado Garden Hattiesburg page. There's also a friend's film I want to plug. It's called Reuse Because You Can't Recycle the Planet. It's available on YouTube for free, and the Tornado Garden does appear in it, and I'm in it a couple times too. And the same producer did another project called the Box Truck Film. And you can check it out. It's on YouTube, or not the entire thing right now, but I'm not sure. I could post it up in my description, but these are the same gentlemen that they're out of Boston. So I go and do tiny house conventions with them, North and South Carolina, Joshua Tree to Vermont. And that's been an interesting group to get with. But the box truck film was us converting a U-Haul trailer, or I'm sorry, a U-Haul truck into a tiny home using only reused material, including like we made a lobster pot into his kitchen sink, and it's really cool. You can just check it out. It's called Box Truck Film, and he actually drives around the country. And we left one side of the box truck flat, and he projects the film Reuse Because You Can't Recycle the Planet up on the side. There he is, Alex Eves, good friend of mine. And so anyway, goes to the different schools, and then he airs the film on the side of the box truck and does tours and lets people go in and just see that there are different types of living situations other than, homeless living in your car, or, living in a McMansion. So, but he's been traveling around for, I think that van's been done for about 8 or 9 years. So, but anyway, check them out. And yeah, I should put them in my link because I always talk about it.
Or put it in your community chat. Put it in the
I
community
will.
chat.
I will.
That would be
I
really
do have
good.
one in the community chat. It was a trailer to the box truck film,
Oh, okay. I'll have to
so
check
it's
that
up
out
there
then.
for sure. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. So I'm the weird reuse guy. The weird reuse guy. So, and that's how I ended up meeting this gentleman, was in the reuse film. He went to all lower 48 states and then would find projects to add into his film. And I was one of the few in Mississippi that were available. So the tagline is I'm the greenest thing in the reddest state. But anyway, well, who else you got planned for tonight? Thank you so much for having me, Melissa.
Of course, but I do have a question for you too.
Sure.
It was only because of the way you pronounced Boston. Where are you
Boston.
originally from?
I I've lived on all the coasts, Gulf Coast, Atlantic, Pacific, and even we'll say the Great Lake area. So I just hopped around, but Southern California most of the time. And that's where I grew up, and then moved to Missouri, uh, uh, Alabama, Mississippi, Virginia, uh,
So
and
I guess
a
it
couple
just
other
depends,
places.
because I hear an accent every now and then, especially when you said Boston. Can you say it one more
Well, I
time?
intentionally did the Boston accent,
Oh,
so you got to
okay.
say it like that, like
So,
Boston.
okay.
You
Well,
got to
you did
park your
really
car and
good.
have a yard and walk to the bar. Like that. There you go. So, but I can do the local Southern if I need to. Usually, I just talk back to people the way that they talk to me. It makes them feel comfortable.
As of right now, I notice that when I do glitch for that split second, it's just me. I'll notice that, especially if you're in the middle of talking, it's only my screen that glitches for that split second, but I can still see and hear you just fine.
Awesome.
So that's
Cool.
good. That's good. But
We blame military housing.
I know I didn't realize it was gonna be like this. I think this is my other than doing my live stream for Tuesday talks. I've done it, of course, at home. I've done it at my sister's home, and now I'm doing it here at my daughter's house. Which I might have to run upstairs and check on the kiddos because I hear more playing.
Playing's okay. Quiet is not good. Running water is not good with kids. Those are the two things you really got to check on. Like it's quiet,
I
it's too
know.
quiet.
I know. Growing up, my mom for sure. That was her one way of knowing that we're doing stuff that we're not supposed to be because all of a sudden we're too quiet.
Hush,
And
hush
we
fell
would
over the
she would
crowd.
make us wear squeaky shoes. So all you're hearing is we're running around squeak 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 squeak. So the moment the squeaking stops, she'd be like, "What are you guys doing?"
Right, you get bells and put it around their neck like they're cats. Yeah, there you go. You got to keep track of them. Nowadays, it's just got to give a kid an AirPod. Know what's going on. Which way did they go? Well, the funny thing is like that's how I paid for a lot of college. Was I started with a Po' Boy Express place down on the coast. That was one of my first delivery jobs. Then I did Pizza Hut, and I did Domino's for like 9 years during college. So, like as far as deliveries go, in my area, I've got it just pegged. The address shows up, and I'm like, I know where the house is, whether I want to take it or not, And so, yeah, it's super easy. That's kind of how I ended up in the gig world, was watching everybody do it. And I do watch another guy in LA that does a lot of deliveries on high speed speeders that go like 55 miles an hour plus and stuff. And it looks real dangerous. He wears a helmet and all that good stuff. Uh, Electric Scooter Academy. That's his plug for the night. There he goes, Steve. So, yeah, no, I saw it the trailer. We talked about it. She has the same issue right now. They think that she's going too fast to be a bicycle. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I mean, I guess I could get insurance on the bicycle and then provide it. That's what they want me to do. So I'm like, whatever. No, no, I'm Tornado. That's fine. If you want to figure it out, if you watch the video, it's posted on there too. So, but yeah, I'm not doxing myself. It's all right. You want to stalk me, you gotta work at it. Yeah, yeah. Well, the funny thing is I don't appear in any of my videos either. Most of them are information based, so I just kind of lay out the information, and I'm like, nobody cares what you look like. They just want the information. That's what they're there for. I do have an upcoming trip that I'm going to try and stream as much as possible, and definitely at least upload videos along the way. So I've been in kind of lockdown since the whole 2020 thing. So, and this is going to be my first summer to get out and go somewhere. I mean, I've been to 6 or 8 different states in the last 4 years, but I mean like an actual vacation. I usually leave here. What I say is I leave here in the swampy months. So it's that way. It's like I'm either going to spend $350 on the power bill, or I can spend $350 on travel. That's how I look at it. So, definitely. Uh, I think my oldest video is 12 or 14 years old, but I didn't try. It was just a repository. I was just dumping stuff up there so that I could get it later. And what I do is I actually keep a certain amount of videos, and so whenever I go to post a new video, I take down one of my unpopular videos that nobody's watching anymore, or short or something, and just try and keep it level. That way, it's definitely, yeah. Definitely get rid of ones that aren't performing well. Another thing that you can do is if you're having issues, and I've mentioned this to a couple other big tubers, which is start a text file, and then you dump in all of your basics, where it's like hashtag DoorDash, name of your town, hashtag the name of your town, hashtag name of your state. All of these things that are pertinent to gig work all the time, and then in every video you go back and posthumously to like uh, dump it into the description, and it'll make your stuff sort of be refreshed. The same thing with changing the names. And if you want to be really clickbaity, every day that you post a video, you can go into YouTube analytics and you can look up the things that are trending, whatever it is, DNC or whatever's going on, and you can dump those hashtags or somehow include them in your title, and that'll help you in your chances to go viral, or get more views. So, but that's one way, and I put up, sometimes I'll put up the same video with two different titles and just see how it's going to perform, and then also look at the analytics later. And, but anyway, so that's my suggestion. Sheila, it is considered, but I, I would just wanted to see what was going to happen. It's, but yeah, it's not. It wasn't much change. Just one had the hashtags, one didn't, and the one that had the hashtags performed better. And the one with the catchiest title too usually will win. So I'm sorry. What were we talking about, Melissa? I got distracted in the chat. Right. Right. Mama, I'm not showing you my feet. You can subscribe to my OnlyFeet fans or my OnlyFeet page. That's the joke. Oh my god. And I think all these blue names, everybody's already subbed to me. So thank you guys for all showing up. And NGB Worldwide just posted a new video, so definitely check him out. He's in our Discord. I can't see you at all. You're just a empty screen. I hear you talking though. You're fine. It's like a talk show now. We're on the phone. I'll just pretend to be on the phone. I'll wander around. Yeah, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I know she knows she's frozen. I can hear her. They can't hear you. They can't hear you. No. Did you have another guest for this evening? Cool. Well, why don't you restart and we'll give it a try. And thank you so much for having me. How about that? Hey guys, she is going to restart the stream here shortly. She's got another guest that's going to come on. So thank you all for being in this live. Be sure to stick around for the next live because the 7:15 show is completely different from the 8:15 show. Thank you guys. Yep. I'll see you in your next live in about 2 minutes, in a minute. Bye guys.